of Total War Warhammer 3, and while I am excited to bring this game to you, things are not looking great for the Dawi. You know, the Skaven are ascendant, the dwarves here are on the back foot. Belegar's doing alright, so if he can just stay out of a war with the elves, we'll be alright. The one thing that we've got going for us is that I'm going to remember to end the turn before I keep talking. The one thing we've got going for us is that Gorbad Ironclaw is very much on the back foot, and we're probably going to be able to eliminate his faction in a couple turns. We just need our friends to live a little longer. Ungrim wants a trade agreement. I was reticent to get one. Yeah, no, it doesn't chank my treachery rating to lose my trade agreements. I had previously lost my last place, so you know, is a little bit of a problem. All right, but now we've got leveled up artillery, so we're about to get much punchier. What we're going to do right now is, all right, so where are they trying to go? It doesn't matter. We'll hopefully be able to deal with them. This army could be awful or it could be fine. I can't believe that those Skaven are just like getting along with Gorbad. But is Belegar at war with the Skaven? I don't think so. So that will actually be okay. So we'll be able to give these lands to Belegar after we take them from the Skaven. He'll probably join in, but you know, that'll be a sneaky way to get him involved. All right, here we're just going to go ahead and have this fight. It's going to be a big one, right? But we can lightning strike away the Waaagh reinforcements? Huh. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to do that, besides that it would be more epic to fight them. Yeah, besides that it'd be more epic to fight them. We're gonna fight them. Look, if you don't take the opportunities... Oh, they'll be coming in from the outside. It'll be a minor settlement battle, yeah. If you don't take the opportunities that the game gives you to play in interesting ways, then, you know, then it's your own fault if you don't have fun. Even if it might be easier for you to do it a different way. But here, so it's a minor settlement battle, and it's gonna be fine. They're gonna come over there at 10 seconds in. We'll just deal with it. If they come around all the way around the flanks, you know, we'll deal with them there. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just deploy here on this whole other side. I mean, yeah, it seems fine. And we'll just get, like, right up in here. This is going to be a straight murdering. Like, I don't know what they think they're going to do, but it's going to be different than all that. Because they do have, like, a bunch of colossal squigs, but it literally won't matter. They don't have any ranged units that are going to be able to force us to act right. And, you know, if you're up against a Dawi army with a bunch of artillery and war machines and such, and you don't have any way to force them out of the air, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have the worst time. And we are going to inflict that time upon our enemies right now. Yeah, we're just going to hang back a little bit. That's a lot of colossal squigs. And by hang back a bit, I mean charge right into them. Alright, so right now the flame cannon is shooting very badly into, you know, some people that don't need to be shot by it, the colossal squigs. But anyway, we're just going to charge right up in, just slayer things. I pop absolutely all of Gotrek's buffs, which isn't ideal, but it won't matter. Oh my goodness, look at the damage! So we're just having a total time here. The Iron Breakers are getting shot by these fellows. I mean, what's the alternative? Oh, wow. Felix getting absolutely chunked. It'll be okay. These are the heaviest hitters on the field, and once they are dealt with, which they are about to be entirely dealt with, there won't be anywhere for them to go. So colossal squigs are just what they sound like. They are big squigs. You know, if we had had the Goblin Hewer up a little closer, we could have done more work. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What does matter is now that the heaviest of all the heavy hitters are taken care of, we're just going to be able to move the rest of our forces in a little more easily. Because our Slayers are not going to mind how long this takes, right? They're going to be okay with it. The Doomseekers took, like, way too much damage there. It'll be fine. Because we still got the Spirit of Grungi summon. These Ruglud's orcs are, you know, they're having fun, but it's not going to really get them anywhere. They still got 40 models, though. Nutty. It's like, how long does it take to get through one of these things? I mean, a little while. Not like a super long time. It's still a bit annoying. We're going to go ahead and pop the Potion of Healing now, although we don't have to. Because Felix, you know, he regens 10 hit points a second, so it's not going to take too long for us to put everything back together again. We've got a whole bunch of nonsense. Yeah, so what happens here is I was trying to send people in to fight, and now, because the AI on sieges is bad, right, they started running all the way around the whole wall. They were going to try to go up this way, because they couldn't conceive that there was a wall here that they should hit. This is widely regarded as very awesome. Look, sieges aren't good, right? Everybody knows that. Like, how much... Yeah, it's still got, like, so much HP left. But, importantly, our cannons haven't been shooting anything at all. Anything at all. They can't get line of sight, I guess. Oh, it's because these guys were in their eyes? No, it was definitely not that. And of course now because we're bad, we're losing all sorts of guys to either friendly fire or just general incompetence. Oh my goodness, yeah, I hate everything. So that's the thing too, if you give your guys an attack order, and then that unit moves past the barricades, and rather than doing anything smart, your unit says, I'm going to now run across the entire wall. That is what I'm going to do. That's what's hot on the streets today. I think we call in the airship here, because they are rather on the back feet. Yeah, so these Slayers, you know, they're trying to hit the Trolls, but as soon as the Trolls go over there, now the Slayers aren't trying to hit these Trolls anymore. Instead, they're going to try to go all the way around the map to hit the Trolls on the other side of the grouping, because this game wants you to auto-resolve settlement battles. That's what they want. Our cannons are totally useless. I mean, can you shoot anything if I tell you to? They can. You know, it's pretty annoying. I'm gonna tell them to shoot at Gorbad. Maybe they can do that, you know. Alright, and now we're gonna be able to get in because the door's finally broken. And now we're going to have to pull our gyros back because they're getting rather injured. Malakai can heal up the bomber. I'm like, what was even getting him? Oh, it's the wyvern. Well, you know what to do with the wyvern. You shoot it with a goblin hewer. Actually, it's not going to work. Man, I'm so bad at this game. We need to shoot them there. Our cannons can't hit anything. Our artillery hasn't done like a single bit of good work this whole day. Goblin here is getting absolutely mauled by something and I don't know what. Like, is it my own artillery? These are questions. I should not have done this battle manually. Brotherhood of Grimnir getting tuned up by Gorbad. Oh my goodness. And our guys just trying to run around the side of the map like a bunch of geniuses. Alright, finally we rampage the wyvern. We still can't get anybody on it, right? These aren't even real slayers, they're doom seekers. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this game. I don't deserve to reunite the realms. Well, you know, at least we beat their lord. Look, if they will just stand up and fight our hero corps, why won't they be dumb? They're supposed to be orcs. But this here is like the major site, so we're gonna just fight up and take that, I guess. We're just gonna do a little spin to win here. Looks like the Brotherhood of Grimnir might be on their way out. They might not live through this battle, but you know, that is what they want. Black orcs. We're just gonna throw a little Melkouth on them. Like, these cannons literally won't shoot anything unless I tell them to. And then as soon as I do, they only get like one shot in. This whole map could have been so different if I knew how to use my artillery right in these battles, but I don't. There's more colossal squigs over there. Our gyros are way in over their heads here. These gyros are out of ammo. These guys are being incredibly smart for reasons. And of course, now our cannons are running forward because that is how artillery works. It'll do the thing you told it to do, no matter how dumb that thing becomes. It's just classic Total War things. Spirit of Grungi is getting shot down. Can we get a harpoon before it goes? Nope. Well, you know, I should have done the lightning strike. Don't know why I was getting cocky. Yeah, you know, so we've destroyed these buildings now, and now it's just swimming our heroes around and mopping up, I think. Felix is surrounded. But now Gotrek and the crew are here. So it's like, you know, when you see what Gotrek looks like whenever he's really in a good mood, and he's just like saying, yeah, oh, somebody else is on? Oh. And then it's like every time he moves his axe, a foe falls before him. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty heavy metal. It's just what he wants to do with his life. And there's our victory. Take that, Gorbad Ironclaw. I don't know what trait you get for beating him, but hopefully it's good. We will definitely rue the day we ever met these Ironclaw orcs. They are hardcore, you know. I mean, we didn't lose anything, sure, but we felt like we could have, and that's the same. I don't know how good these troll hammers are. I think maybe we just ditch our Iron Drake for another flame cannon. Alright, so here, like, do we need money enough to start looting and occupying? No, I don't think so. We need... So we can sell the better recruit rank and leadership war size. I mean, decent, I guess. Because these Savage Orcs came out and then jumped on to war with us too, which is like a nightmare, right? Like, can't we have anything nice? We can't. The High King is going to get pushed back to his last place. He's not even on the battlefield. Man. But, true friend of the Angron clan indeed. Here is our offer. And now we are in an alliance. Glorious. And the best thing is that the Skaven aren't at war with him. Like, I don't think we want to build any of these things, because we don't have that much money. Yeah, we'll just wait. Alright, well, we'll see what happens next. We do know that Belegar has no other wars. He has no other wars except with the orcs here. So that's very good. He's probably going to get involved in some of these other ones soon, but that's going to be like a stabilizing thing. If you ever have an ally that's not at war with your foes yet, you can use them to sort of buffer your military gains. Elspeth wants a pact. I am not gonna give her one. Look, we might have to fight her. I don't know how it's gonna go. At this point, I don't really want to sign agreements with anybody that's not a dwarf. Look, Kislev has betrayed us. But the Dawi are eternal. Alright. Oh, man. They want us to declare war on Disciples of the Maw. I'm not going to do that. We're going to put it into the book. So what we're hoping here now is that the considerable forces of Belegar Ironhammer. Oh, just look at the king as he arrives with dudes. Oh, it's glorious. Anyway, so he should be able to come here and hopefully prosecute our advantages there. We're just going to keep on moving down here. We're going to move to Iron Rock, but we have to deal with this Skaven nonsense, right? That's too many armies to permit to hang around. And they are all allied now. We're just gonna lightning strike it then. Yeah, we have to get into a lot of fights this day, so we're gonna pace it, right? All right. So what are we dealing with? Wizard Lord, they're gonna have Howling Warp Gale and Warp Lightning. So Howling Warp Gale knocks your flyers in place, so you never want to be too aggressive against one of those. All right, and then he's just got a whole bunch of Storm Vermin Halberds. That's not going to be a worry. You know, we don't have any large things for him to tie up. That's the great thing about the dwarves as an army, too, is due to the lack of large monsters, all the anti-large your enemy has, which is very good generally for an army, just misses you. But, yeah, alright, so a couple Doomflayers. We're just going to do what we normally do, right? We're just going to do what we normally do. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's going to be even better than that. So we got a choke point battle here. And, while they do have a lot of... I don't know how far the Vanguard goes. It may not go. Ah, well, you know. We got a choke point battle here. The thing is while they have 400 range, my cannons will go to, like, 600 range after just a bit. So we can go, like, right here. Yep. And then whenever the dig-in kicks in, we're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. Now, of course, one way that you do not laugh to the bank is by ignoring dynamics like that. Skaven are going to summon dudes behind your line. They will do it. But we're going to throw some Doomseekers in here. And the Brotherhood of Grimnir, and they're gonna defend, hopefully, there. And I think here we just wait, right? We'll wait, they'll do a Dwellers Below, probably we'll deal with it because, again, they think that they're gonna have the ranged advantage, but they don't. 15 seconds, baby. And if my little geometry mind works, then we should definitely be able to open right up on the Rallying Guns as soon as it kicks in. And they are not going to be ready. I don't want to charge across this field, you know, with my heroes. I don't. There we go. Right into the Rallying Guns. I actually thought it would be slightly better. Nope. Curses. Alright, so, in conclusion, it's not going to work, and we're going to have to go around. That's okay. I'm not sure where they're trying to go. Ah, here we go. Excellent. Alright, so we managed to provoke the Clan Rat summon in the front, which is very good. Because if they just go to reposition their army just like a little bit... then our cannons are going to be able to open up. Oh yeah, which is just what they did. They peeked out their little heads a little bit. And this is just like absolutely the ideal for us. Oh no, okay, let's get back here. Let's rethink that ideal. All right. We're fine. The Iron Drakes managed to wake them up. No, we're still losing. Who is hitting them? Are my Goblin Hewers just murking my own guys? Probably. Oh no, there's a Warp Lightning Cannon on the other side too. We need to get into motion. So Warp Lightning Cannons are something that's actually good at killing these flyers. You know, if it hits, it does... Oh no, the damage! This is a disaster. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm like, just shoot them and maybe it'll work out. Yeah. This is rough. We're taking so much damage here. At least we distracted him with the Spirit of Grungi, right? But yeah, anyway, let that be a lesson to you too. Don't use your Air Force for dumb aggressive stuff if you don't remember the composition of your opponents. We've got the Spirit of Grungi just absolutely getting trucked here, but it'll be fine. This is a very dangerous army. However, we are built to win one fight a day. I needed to win like 3 fights this day. I'm really glad we didn't fight a bigger army. Obviously, we are not prepared. But anyway, this is not going super well. If you were under the impression that I thought this was going well, I am not. It is not going super well. Ulrika is bullying on this Warlock Master, though, who's on a cute little Doom Wheel, so that's good for him. Alright, so it's not as bad as it looks. A whole bunch of this HP damage is gonna just go away. It's not as bad as it looks. It's probably not as bad as it looks. Hello, Melissa. Nice to see you. Yes, it has been a while. I've started playing one of my favorite games on stream. I'm not very good, but I have a good time. The downside is now I'm like, oh, if I'm going to play my campaign, I should be streaming it. And I'm like embarrassingly bad. Alright, we get a good army replenishment chunk there. Look, that was not, that was not well done. It's not good. We've got our adventure unit access. I keep forgetting about that, though. So if we want to just, like, drop a thing and get a whole nother army, we can do that. We can even get thunder barges that apparently don't have upkeep costs. Okay. Someone should look into that. Oh, we have to use actual Thunder Barge units because the Spirit of Grungi is not the thing that levels that up. But at least we've got missile resistance for them. Alright, so to continue to press the battle, we first go to Toxide here. No, we can't even get there. We go... Like, how do we do this? We can get to Fader Reef here. Lightning strike it, yeah. And then hopefully turn around and fight the other armies. So you said I don't need to be pro to stream. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't even be playing on very hard. I just wanted to make it interesting. Because I knew, like, from reading the description of the campaign that it was going to be, like, pretty punchy, and I thought, like, playing on normal might be a little boring. It's like no stat modifier in the battle, just damage. Alright, so this time, how do we avoid making the mistakes of the last one? Easy. Don't charge in our Air Force. We'll just have the Goblin Hewer, like, right here. That seems good. So we can start on this flank, and then the Goblin Hewer can, like, run up to the side, like, there. And then we'll have the same thing here, and we'll just sort of, like, flank overload there, and that should keep things interesting. Malakai with the bros. I've been forgetting to even use his ability, which, like, gives them 50% more damage and magic attacks. Like, I'm so bad. Anyway, unimportant. Relatively unimportant. We're gonna start the battle. Foe Seeker popped. But this time, it's different. This time, we're going to run away from the shots. This time, we're going to, apparently... Nope, this time we're going to make the same mistakes. But we absolutely maul the boss. Alright. The Orgrim's Ironbreakers are getting trucked on by our foes. We don't need our Air Force to be taking model damage here. Like, we need to be using this fight to get our army put back together again. I just didn't want it to take a super long time. But I did want to do it, you know. Oh no, the Goblin Hewer, it's in combat. Alright, we're going to drop engines and fight. So now you see the glory of the Goblin Hewer. No, it only has 4,000 hit points, but it's still, you know, it's still Slayers. It's how many of them? Just 40? And I think now our cannon is doing more harm than good. That is the problem with artillery. Once your infantry gets there, you know, you gotta watch out for it. These guys can't run again, so we don't need to worry about fighting them to the end or anything. Heroes are in good shape. But yeah, like, I've played so much Total War Warhammer, but I'm not good. A whole lot of it. So I had, like, nerve problems with my hands. I had surgeries and stuff. But in Total War Warhammer 2, almost all of my play, I did, like, the battles with, like, this AI mod where you could give, like, the computer control of your units. It didn't work great, but it did let me, you know, control a bit of the battle while still, like, not hurting my hands. But excellent. We get all of our army back with this army replenishment. Unfortunately, that Skaven flees. And we're not able to fight the Iron Rock fight. What this also means is we're about to have a massive, massive fight next time. We're probably going to lose the game. I moved too greedily and too deep. You know, maybe we won't lose the game. We'll see. This might be the end. Well, let's go ahead and... I'm like, do we give the Varinka Hills away? No, no. I'm not trying to give up. Yeah, so we can get the Grudge Slayers and for 7 regiments of renown. So 1, 2, 3. Do we have single unit global recruitment? No, of course we don't. Do that, and then that'll still give us basically a full army in like 2 runs, possibly. I don't know if I move out of encampment stance and they're not going to be able to do the recruitment anymore. Again, it may not matter. We might just lose the game, like right here. Anything from the forge to buy, anything that's gonna help us win. You know, it's not looking great for the forces of truth and righteousness. Oh yeah, let's just see how it goes. Maybe I should have played on normal. No, because even if we lose Malakai's... Oh, wow, yeah. It says if I auto-resolve this, I just win and lose all my dudes. I don't know if I want to do that, right? This is so many guys. My computer might just crash. I've got a good machine, but this is a lot of Skaven. Alright, so what's the worst that'll happen? There's 4 Plague Claw catapults. Couple things of rattling guns here and there. If we retreat... we might get ambushed, because we'll lose our ambush defense stance from being encamped. But we might have less people to fight. We have 1 less army to fight. We don't fight the garrison this time. That is, I mean, moderately better. Let's see how it goes. Alright, well. You will always remember this campaign as the time that we almost reunited the realms. We do, however, have a choke point battle. You know, maybe this will be just fine. So we have a choke point battle. We have a range advantage. And all of their reinforcements are coming in from that other side. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. And we're just going to deploy all the way up into the choke. Cannon on either side. It won't matter that our support is thin. It won't. Because, look, either the summons are going to wreck us, or they won't. There's no way around. Yeah, they can't fly. So, you know, they have to do this. Because even if they creep up a little bit, that'll be, you know, all we need. And our hero core absolutely can go up, go ham, and bully. What are they going to do? They're going to have to charge. And that is when we strike, you know, repeatedly. Like, can we like hide them here? Will they fit? No, they won't. They won't be hidden there. Can we hide them here? Will they? No. There's not a good place to Vanguard hide them, and that means we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna put them in the front here. 'Cause this is gonna be, you know, this will be the hour that we draw swords together. So we're gonna need to pull out all the stops. We're gonna need to pretend to have a brain. I don't know how it's gonna go. All right. Because again, all they have to do is think they can sit still. They cannot. They will not make it. I will put a hurting on. And if they want to try to get through an amazing, you know, an amazing Dwarven front line, they're going to realize how tough that is. Now, they do have Frozen Wind Globes, but that might not matter. So I don't think they're going to get close enough to hit us with any of them. Alright, so terribly, they are just ignoring me. That's the worst. You never want to just be ignored. Alright, at least the globes are looking at us now. What? Oh my goodness, that's bad. The flame cannon shot the Norgrimling's Iron Breakers right in the back. But we've got our Air Force where we want them to be here, in a good support position on the side. Oh my goodness, I have wasted Gotrek and Felix. This is so bad. The Iron Breakers of Norgrimblun are in terrible shape. The Goblin Hewers are fine. We're going to need to move the Brotherhood of Grimnir up and get them into the fight. Yeah, I've definitely... We're not ready for this. Yeah, we had him charged into a choke, and then I had my main force multipliers, you know, hidden behind it. I mean, the first army is going to be fine, but what about second and third army, right? The good news is flamethrower's great. This side's good. Yeah, we just pushed Gotrek and Felix up too far. We should have been having them here in the middle to clog everybody up, and we let them get around. So that was pretty careless. We should still be fine. The game does let you just like retry a map, you know. So we're gonna try not to do that, but it does let you do that. Yeah, because if Gotrek and Felix just stay here at the edge, we can push everybody back, get them to clump. Push away the Rattling Guns, which do have 145 range, which is just about enough to get across the gap, right? And it looks like they don't have any summons to speak of here. Alright, so what are our assets? We've got a ton of Winds of Magic still. Ulrika's got a lot of bows left in the quiver. We need to get her into a better position. She's got like a really good ability to put the hurt in. The Rattling Guns are going to try to get away, but right now we've got more and more of the enemies coming on. Of course, they're going to be coming in piecemeal, which is the opposite of what they want. And if we can just be a little smarter this next time with Gotrek and Felix's positioning... We just need to make sure that... So we have, like, the Trollhammer torpedoes doing Overwatch fire here. We just need to make sure that they're set back a little far. And just, like... Okay, there we go. At least the Rattling Guns run, but, like, we're getting too far away from the center of their forces again. And we want them to clump up, right? We want to catch them. Morskastar's Hellion is a really, really strong beater. You know, they really, really mess up... big masses of people. I don't want them to get here. But it looks like we're going to be fine. Oh yeah, there we go. It gets staggered, it gets wrecked. Boom! The Norgrimblun's Ironbreakers are still throwing in the work. They are still very happy to throw their satchel charges. But we've got, like, some trash tier units here at the front. We're going to pop the buffs. Because this is just where we want it to be, right? This is ideal. They're not going to be able to get through. Not much. Oh, no. All right. There. Now we're not ideal anymore. Now we got to back up. Because they've got War Lightning Cannons far away, putting in the hurt deep in the hills. But now we're fine again, right? We're going to overcast an amazing, a huge Pit of Shades there in the middle of absolutely all of their guys. Gotrek's on the Tail of the Lord. Gotrek's Doom activated. We're going to pop a deranged munitions. We're going to give the Skyhammer some ammo. It could use it. Norgrimblun's Ironbreakers, we don't want to get too beat up. We're going to go ahead and move them to the back, I think. These Slayers getting a little too rowdy, getting a little too out of sorts, getting a little too frisky there. Not ideal. We are going to drop in the Spirit of Grungi now. No, not ideal, because the artillery can just hit it. We're going to drop in the Spirit of Grungi here for fire support. That's also going to give, like, vigor to all the troops on the battlefield, although we're not in much of trouble with that. Oh yeah, Hurricane of Death. Watch them fall. The carnage. That's a lot of damage. Oh yes, that reminds me. The Skyhammer bombing run. We haven't even done our full multiplier yet. And that reminds me, again, I don't need to do this. They have Rattling Gunners back there, but oh my goodness, the carnage. And you have 5 of those bombs? Are you joking? Alright, so the flame cannon is out of ammo now. We've got one more ability to put more into the tank. More shots into the tank, but I think we want to give it to this cannon, honestly. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. They cannot have rattling guns up there. No, 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 no. So bad, so bad. Please get away. I saw him, but I, like, didn't see him, you know? And here's the real trouble. Now we need to like frantically move everything back. Yeah, so like all of us are now out of ammo. We need to get the cannon crews in a group so they can stay safe. But we can't abandon them or they'll get run down on the way to the rally point. Alright, let's see how the heroes hold up. You know, they're doing great, but they can't force everybody to fight just them. I mean, but look at that. We did force everybody to fight just them. Get wrecked. I encourage you all to get wrecked. Alright, what we need to do now is actually chase them down if possible. It may not be for all of them, but we're going to try to get a Slayer unit on each of these rattling guns. Troll hammers on the rat ogres, troll hammers on the rat ogres. Because again, we need to actually get like kills here if possible. Which it may well not be, right? We could at least take. I forgot to do my little shots. We could take quite a lot of happiness in just getting away with it alive, you know. They're probably not going to fight us again. Some of them might have had to enter March. Now, the problem is we did leave our stance in order to... in order to go there, so we're not going to be replenishing our guys overnight. But we can probably, with the victory... Can't chase running rat that gets speed over the run. Yeah, our Slayers are 48 speed, and they're like 42, you know, so I figured the rattling guns might get caught up, maybe. And hey, you know, we did catch some of them. Because the Slayers with all the buffs in the army are very slightly faster than a rattling gun. But yeah, they do get a lot quicker with the scurrying away thing. A heroic victory. It says, I see no heroes here, only pawns playing their roles. Prove me wrong. Don't you look at me with that Slayer crest on the flag and tell me that we didn't do good. How dare you, Masters of Invention? How dare you slander our glorious fight? Good stuff. Okay, so what's good in the army and what doesn't work? I was really hot on these Trollhammer torpedoes. I know we didn't utilize them super well. I think just another gyro bomber or regular gyrocopter, not brimstone, would be better. Because gyros do a ton of damage, and it's armor piercing, and they don't have to line up so good. We did lose a Slayer. The army replenishment is going to get us put back together again. 176 oath gold. You know, we can't do that, though, because this was only 2 of the armies. We might have to fight another army right after this. It's a lot of oath gold. We're going to take the replenishment. It's more important. Alright, we don't get attacked again, shockingly. Alright, yeah, so there we go. Like, it's a good thing he's got Ekrund, right? Maybe that'll work out. The other good thing is that, if I'm not mistaken, Gorbad's down to 3, and we just beat Gorbad himself the other day. And I think that means that their Waaagh is over. They've got these Doom Engineers all over the place, just being menaces. It's miserable. Alright, now we fight Vomik here. And now we're not going to Lightning Strike, and we're going to be able to clean up, hopefully, all of them. Alright, is there anything to worry about in these armies? They have, you know, a little bit of artillery and a couple rattling guns. Not really a problem. We are not going to auto-resolve it, because that would lose us a Slayer. Why do we have a leadership banner on Slayers? Don't ask me what I do or why I think. No, like, dwarf leadership banners are funny in the first place, because, you know, like, what's our lowest leadership? 87. What's theirs? 35. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we've got primary army, and then after 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, we're going to have the other armies. That means we don't want to blow up this army too fast, or the other ones won't join the battle. I don't know if we can convince Gotrek and Felix to not win a fight. I don't even know if it's worth trying to do. Alright, that's fine. We don't need a lot of setup here. Just a little bit of fast forwardy. Paying attention to see if we've got a summon. Looks like we're not going to have to deal with one. That's good. Alright, there's still 1:37. We might end up shattering their whole army, though, which would be not ideal. Because if you army lost some before the reinforcements come, I really don't even know what happens. Do you just wait? I always try not to do it. Maybe you won't army loss them till the guys come in, you know, we'll just, yeah, if we avoid killing their lord... Hello, Donna. How are you? Alright, good. Now our opponents are here. We're just gonna drop the airship right on top of them. Which is like, this is what cheers me up, right? It would have been better if we timed it better, but like, you know, their reinforcements come in and then it's just like, it's just a bombing run. They just come in to the biggest heroes in the world and a freaking airship, just dropping red hot death upon them. Oh, it feels so good to be me. It's quite a mood shift from, I don't know if we're gonna win this. You know, the Spirit of Grungi doesn't seem like it does, like, tons of damage. It might. I think you gotta get, like, over the things. And often I, like, stop microing it as soon as I pull it in. By which I mean I never start microing it. Yes, they have wronged us. It is true. We're gonna throw this sweet bomb at them. And then throw a pretty bad pendulum here. Oh, you know, actually it ended up being good. He's doing magic. So our whole army has 50% magic resist at least, and some of us have even more. So, you know, get wrecked. Stupid Skaven. Alright, the plate claw catapults. I don't need to be playing games. I need to be remembering that they do have artillery. Alright. Why can't... Alright, I'm like, it's not letting me shoot at it. Please let me shoot at it. Because what I don't want to do is take a bunch of unnecessary damage on my guys. Fortunately, due to the game's brain, as soon as you, like, put a bunch of valuable units in front of some artillery, they'll shoot at it, even if those units are flying. Spirit of Grungi is just trying to fight this one group of error boys. I guess it got like 1,000 damage. Now we're gonna throw a sweet harpoon in. Watch the impact. Glorious. Alright, there we go. Of course, we do want to mop up the enemy where we can. If they get, like, really low, then you don't have to worry about them. Like, that Gunner Under squad with 2 guys, they're not coming back, you know. Not my gyrocopter. Yeah. It's like, the troll hammers get value, I just never notice it. I don't know. I really like, they're such a unique thing. Like, I like the idea of having them. I think it's that the Goblin Hewer doesn't make sense for my build, because I just, like, never utilize it. We could just drop it and get another gyro, like a normal gyro. Boom, baby. And we knock both of them out. Toxide's all the way over here. So what we do now is just sack Iron Rock so that we can move through it. And then continue to press the advantage. Yeah, absolutely. Because Iron Rock now, like, okay, yeah, they could get a guy there or whatever, but one of our allies is going to take it. Or we can just come and take it with this dude after a bit. I'm so worried about Karaz Ankor, but, you know, maybe it'll be okay. Because what we have done is put Queek significantly on the back foot. Queek's army is trash again. Yes, good. We fought Queek last night. His army was maybe even worse than this, but this is hot garbage, right? Like, look at him running around with a bunch of clan rats. The man's got one warp fire thrower. I fought him last night, and he had, oh, it must have been like 6 or 7 warp grinders, just like hysterically bad. Malakai's got 9 levels. I haven't been leveling up. We've got a lot of levels to do. All right, we're gonna take these things. We don't need speed. Deadly Onslaught. I mean, theoretically, Blessed by Grungi. We don't need because we never use those in the army. We could take a level of alert and then go here to the mine just for cheaper. Nah, I mean, like, the thing is that all this other stuff doesn't really matter to us. Because the ammo and the range, like, I don't care that much. I mean, maybe it's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine. We should take them. After all, we do run out of ammo on the gyros regularly, so... Missile resist rune, we're going to take the charge. Gotrek, like, he's got such an amazing tree, and they give you absolutely enough levels to take every single wonderful thing. Same with Felix here. And, you know, we got a whole lot of experience in these fights. Ulrika is in the funny position of maybe, like, not having enough because she's got all of her wizardry to do, too. Alright, so... At range, she gets snipe, so she can be hidden while firing. Yeah, all of these are good. Yeah, well, she's only at 36. She'll probably have enough. Anyway, and then we'll take missile resist here. We'll take a charge bonus here. We'll take speed and grudge. And yeah, you know, it's we've definitely got super powered heroes. However, you know, we also have problems like all of the Skaven here. But hopefully this wave of massive aggression is going to pay off well. And here, I think we'll just take, like, a regular gyro just to see, like, how it behaves, how it works with the army. Because we've dropped a Slayer for it. I think this is fine. And I think we're going to drop the Iron Drake Grudge Settler for another Grudge Settler Flame Cannon, regardless, because I just think those are good. Yep. All right. Seems okay. You know, our economy's about to be upside down, but when are we, the humble dwarves, ever wealthy? You know, that's the other clans. They're the ones with the money. I'm the one with the innovation. It's like I almost want to leave Queek alone because he can't really do very much damage with an army like that, right? But I think... yeah, we just need to make sure this ends. Belagar is going to take Iron Rock. He will. And this is actually, yeah, you know, we're just going to move down... grab Valia's Sorrow first, probably, or raise it and then move up to 8 peaks. Because right now, Moors is all down here and we know it. And they're all up there and we know it. Maybe we shouldn't take 8 peaks back yet. You know, we know they're there. But yeah, so Belegar, what? Belegar takes Iron Rock next time, and then he's going to be able to move in here and do stuff. I might need to just move directly up and restabilize the holds up there. But, no, we're gonna safe it, because I can't be sure. I can't be sure that our guys are going to deal with Bitterstone Mine before this army is good enough to defend it, right? Iron Rock is going to fall. Someone will take care of it. Yeah, I think this is the right choice. Because you just can't leave a faction alive. Whether or not we press our advantage against Queek, we just knocked out, what, 3 armies that were sizable, that were decent. We will give him military access. Why wouldn't we? After all, it's not going to hurt anything to let him walk across our lands, which are not voluminous. Alright, and now we've got our reload, and oh no, this is bad. This is real bad for us. Brutal Business is space weapon plus 20 for all armies of all factions. Against Skaven, that's gonna, you know, so you take a thing like Clan Rats that has 26 weapon strength, and then you give them 20 more, and they have 160 models. It takes a unit that is pretty bad and makes them shockingly decent. Whereas, you know, my Slayers go from 76 to 96. They're already very punchy. Not that much of an improvement. We're just going to, you know, fight the Orcs before then, and hopefully by the time we get back to the Skaven fights, that'll be, you know, all in the past. So this will be the end of the Orcs, right? Yeah. Yeah, Belegar will probably take Iron Rock. You know, if he doesn't, we still have to move back in that direction, and that is okay. They've got a Feral Wyvern and a Hydra. They've got... Man, yeah, this is an interesting army. You know, we're going to absolutely maul them, but it's an interesting army. If they have to fight, like, inside of a minor settlement, then it'll be... No, they sally forth to fight on the field. Good deal. Like, they'll be in even worse shape then. Alright, so the Wyvern flies, the Hydra doesn't. And the artillery doesn't really bother me. Like, we just need to see where the Hydra is. Oh, it's just this old map. You know, you see a lot of the same old maps. Alright, so now we've got... Now we've got our gyro. It's got 110 range. Of course, it doesn't have fire while moving yet. We need to research that, but we don't have the money to, because we took the artillery line. Sad. There are not going to be any behind us summons, because that's not how they roll. We are just going to charge right up and fight them in the center, because, you know, fortune favors the bold and all that. Yeah, because with this amount of guys, I'm like, we can just charge in with our Air Force and probably pop all of the Wyvern's HP in like 0.2 seconds. We pop all the buffs. Gotrek probably right now has like 108% ward save. You know, that's a little overdoing it. He has 108% damage reduction and 35 physical reduction. No, it caps out at like 80%, I think. But, you know, it just goes to show how funny things can really get in this game. And what we're going to do now is make a sick bombing run. We've already popped our other foes. And now we're just gonna fly right over these archers. Boom, baby. That's a lot of damage. And with the upgraded bombs, they keep on burning, which is even funnier. Just very, very strong stuff. Anyway. And now the chair... Oh, no! What? Ow! The pump wagons, there's no way they did that much impact damage. My goblin hewer shot my dudes in the back. You know, it did deal with the foes, but at what cost? But anyway, you know, that's just a classic little battle. Oh no, the gyros are getting beat up. Who's shooting them? It's probably just like some arrows. It doesn't... Oh no, it's probably the rock lava. I'm like, they have like 100 armor. Like, I'm surprised they're still holding on here. It's because their lord hasn't been popped yet. Well, we can solve that. Level 1 war boss. There we go. And we'll bring the Grungi in just for style points there at the very end. You know, the gyro didn't do good damage at all. But we also weren't directing it to places where it would do the most work. It also, you know, we don't have the stuff that makes gyros great activated yet. You know, we don't have the firewall moving. We don't have the Vanguard deployment yet. You know, there's a bunch of stuff we've been putting off, essentially. Here, we occupy it. And then... Alright, so we've got that. Alright, do I want to get these things? I mean, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure those army passives are only for, like, my armies and not my allies. So anyway, Karaz Ankor is going to fall again. Look, the benefit is this time we're better off. Oh, Tsarina Katarine. Oh, you want to be friends? I seem to remember you breaking a military alliance with me. No thank you, ma'am. No thank you. That went in the book. It went in the personal book. Just like Costelton. Look, if we don't die here to these Skaven and these orcs and all of these other enemies, Clan Ungren has been attacked by Sylvania. Pretty annoying. I mean, obviously we're going to enter the war on the side of the ally. It's pretty annoying because this opens another front for us to have to worry about. Our settlement, we should have paid attention to what was going on, and we didn't. So Clan Rictus and these feral orcs are allied together. But importantly, our army is so affordable that even without a source of income, we can afford to pay for ourselves, which again, all we have to do is stabilize the dwarf kingdoms and help them out, and we're fine. We don't need land. The problem is that both Karakadrin and Thorgrim are terribly, terribly on the back foot here. I mean, you got Belagar Ascendant, which is great, but, you know, how far does it get you? Queek's up there. I think, you know, it's likely enough that the whole road there is going to fall, and that Thorgrim's going to be pushed back here to the gates of Ekrund. That's not the worst thing that could happen as far as the stability of the map goes, unless these ogres fight us too. But, you know, life is very long, and we'll see the plan that the world has set aside for us. We'll see how it goes. If I do this one, I can get gyro bombers. Gyro bombers take 2 turns to recruit. Gyro bombers are just better than gyrocopters, I think. But I think a lot of it is just that the squadron, the ROR, Regiment of Renown, is what that means. Sorry. The ROR has move while shooting, and I haven't unlocked that yet for my guys, but right now, we've got stacks of Egrund. Engrund. I'm like, Egrund, Engrund. Gorbad's got his crew together, but, you know, they're not going to be strong. This is going to be the stuff that he can cobble together out of one place. And this will be the end of the Ironclaw orcs. Which is good, because they... Look, if the orcs weren't messing with the flank so hard, we could have dealt with the Skaven, you know? It was enemies on all sides. I'm hoping that Sylvania won't be such a problem, because it's going to take a second to deal with the Skaven menace. It'll be easier if they don't declare on Angrund, because I'll just give Angrund all the territory around. I don't care. We're not going to give him anybody else's ancestral lands, obviously. But other than that, alright, for the Karaz Ankor, let us go then, you and I. Gorbad Ironclaw is on the battlefield, and we are on the hunt. We spare no time going for the boss of bosses. If they try to go around that flank, they're going to have such a rude awakening. And if they try to go here, of course, we've got the Overwatch from the sky. And if they want to fight Ulrika, well, they're in for a rude awakening. Looks like Gorbad is doing okay. We're going to go ahead and helping hand there. Because Gotrek has, you know, 28 ward save. Gotrek's fine enough already. We're just going to try to focus the damage here. Oh my goodness. The carnage. Look at our guys, just totally surrounded. Felix knocked over. Gotrek is sort of sitting still. Garagrim is having a party. Garagrim knows who to hit. Garagrim has found his foe. Like, we just need to tell Gotrek to hit somebody, right? This pendulum should line up just right to... Oh, yeah, beautiful. Bella. Bellissimo. And, of course, this is exactly what we want. Is just all of our enemies clumped up on top of our guy. And we're just going to zoom out over here a little bit. We're going to put some damage into these guys. And now they turn the corner, and they're like, oh, what do we do? Oh, you get satchel charged, and then you're in on some Goblin Hewers, which absolutely are going to murder these boar boys here. Clean. And then when they try to flee, yeah, you know, the Goblin Hewer's fine. I think it's fine. It's only really good if you're expecting very, very big monsters that you think your artillery isn't going to be able to deal with for some reason. I think we're probably going to take it out of the composition. It would be better if we had several of them, like if we had like a really big vanguard sort of thing. Oh yeah, Whirl of Death. Get wrecked. And the Spirit of Grungi comes down from the sky and shoots a massive harpoon, spearing him right off of his boar. His bones litter the carpet. Glorious victory is ours. The end of Gorbad Ironclaw. A foe to Umgi, Elgi, Dawi, and indeed plants, trees, water, rocks. Gorbad Ironclaw was a friend to no man or rock. The world is better off without a minute. Get wrecked, Gorbad. Get wrecked. Alright, so what we want to do here is, while giving the land to the High King might be nice abstractly, it's almost kind of good that all of his stuff is about to be over there. That way it's going to be harder for people to mess with him, and then we can give him these lands down here, potentially. I think... yeah, because he's in war with Rictus, but not Moors. Okay. That's still alright. Because Moors is the bigger worry right here. Oh, we can't give it to him. Well, that's alright then. Maybe it won't let you give your last one away. That makes sense. Alright, so if we chop the Goblin Hewer... yeah, let's tinker with the army a little bit here. And we never use the Iron Drake Grudge Settler. I hate to get rid of a Grudge Settler, but, you know, what are you going to do? So we take another Flame Cannon, probably. Because they always do super good work. And a Core of 4 Artillery is fine. Alternately, we take a Thunder Barge. Thunder Barge could be okay. We just keep it all in the front. We need... actually, yeah, we need to have one so that we can get these things taken care of. Or we do this one. Organ Gun is excellent. Yeah, you know, that's what we'll do. We start this one. Get our adventure. We'll do an organ gun for an adventure unit. These things are very, very punchy. You know, they might not be as strong as the cannon, which inexplicably does 800 damage right now. Look, it's souped up. But the organ gun will be good in its own right. There's that one. Do we have any RORs we want with the army? You know, the hammerers could be good because, I mean, they're awesome. But I think... yeah, we'll just do a Thunder Barge. After all, it doesn't even cost anything to pay for upkeep, apparently. I don't know what's up with that. But, yeah. Well, we'll do that and see how it works out. You know, more of the Air Force artillery thing, and we'll just see how it goes. All right. We hit level 50 on our main character, who is now level maxed. Gotrek now has all of the skills that we care about him having. Felix now has all the skills that we care about him having. Ulrika will not have enough for all of the things that we want her to have. Do we take weapon or charge? We take... Yeah, she's quite a killer. Garagrim has 110 bonus charge. Should have taken something else on him maybe, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? This does give you access to obsidian, which we do theoretically want. I say we just do that. No, we're gonna sell this like next run, right? Yeah. Because we're going to give this to Angren, and we need to move up here, and we need to stabilize this, because oh my goodness. Oh no, Garagrim has fallen. Yeah, if we don't put Humpty Dumpty back together up there, like, immediately, they will not be around. And, okay, well, Franz is at war with Sylvania, so we're fine on that front. That's okay. Karl Franz. He's Prince and Emperor. Because we know that Queek is weak. And if we could just keep him weak by not fighting him, then he won't be able to do too much damage. Alright, there we go. And he runs out over there. Faction destroyed. Ironclaw orcs. Strike it out of the book, for they are no longer important to us. Were they even part of the Great Grudge? I don't think so. But we do have to destroy Grimgor's Ardboys in order to get this grudge over here. He probably has this entire land. Probably. But the good thing is that Ironhide is gone. And Queek Headtaker still has a super, super weak army. I don't think that's passable. I think you have to go around. That means if we go here, we might be able to catch them in an ambush. Because what I'm going to do, I know I need to go up this way to try to stabilize things, but I'm going to, like... You know, we're going to give this one to Clan Engrind, and then I'm just going to... We're going to go up this side and sort of carve away in the middle, and hopefully that'll be able to make it work. It would be excellent if this ambush works out and we're able to catch just even one Skaven army here from Morse. Yeah! It didn't work, but he attacked me on purpose. They've got 3 armies to fight. We're obviously going to do it. The last reinforcing army is the one with the real heat in it. So we just need to be careful before then. Because Queek's army's trash. And this first army has a couple of chieftains, which isn't really that worrisome. A very high-level lord who probably has, like, Flensing Rune. Vermintide. Scorch, okay, well. Because Queek is good at fighting. He's got a big bonus first infantry. He's got, you know, he's got all sorts of stuff that helps him out. He's got a 45 bonus first infantry. But anyway, we should be able to make this work because of how much stronger our army is than theirs. And they have 2 uses of the Menace Below. Alright. Another big Skaven battle. Of course, this is excellent. It's not as good as it could be, but it's going to be pretty good. Now, some of the reinforcements are going to come in from the left here. Accordingly, we're probably going to push just all the way to the right. Yeah, this is going to be Queek's army, the weaker one, so we're not going to worry about that too much. We're just gonna push here and play it like the long game, you know. Organ guns are very finicky. They need like very, very good line of sight, or it's not gonna work at all. They're much more finicky than most of your. What? Oh no! Oh no! Where is he? Where'd Garagrim go? Oh no! Oh no! They must have assassinated Garagrim overnight. That is bad. That's real bad. Oh, jeez. I no longer feel so good about my ability to do this. He's a very important part of the hero squad, right? Oh, I started sweating. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's probably gonna be fine. Yeah, we'll have the Ironbreakers there. Oh man, that's so rough. I can't believe it. That's bad. We'll just throw a huge overcasted pit of shades there. We're going to expect a menace below very soon. It's like 45 seconds, I think, when they can do it. And they basically always do it as soon as they can, right? So, yep, there we go. It's coming up right behind us. Gotrek and Felix are like a little separated here, which is not ideal. But we are going to be able to put in a huge amount of serious hurt into a bunch of their units, which is ideal. And those are just clan rats, and the brutal business is over, so at least there's that. Like, I don't know what they think they're going to get charging at Ulrika, but she's every bit as bad as anybody else is. And here they're doing a breath attack that's going to just, like, not work at all. Alright, so far this is perfect, right? We've taken no damage. Does Queek's army have any ranged at all? I don't think so, right? It'd still be better to call in the Spirit of Grungi over here. We'll wait on the Grungi. We need to figure out properly where the ideal place is for it. Felix is fine. Felix has such heavy armor. Felix is 145 armor. He's okay. Alright, they've got a chieftain here. We're gonna go shoot at it with our troll hammers. And hopefully just, like, not forget where it's at, right? We're gonna go ahead and give the Skyhammer Squadron back some of its excellent ammunition. Ulrika is gonna be a menace here. She's just gonna bully these guys as they go, you know, being a terror-causing lady. And now Gotrek and Felix are going to want to get back up here. The Trollhammers absolutely putting the murdering on. Oh my goodness. How did I ever think I didn't want them in my army? My stars. What champions. And Ulrika is getting way out in front. Okay, there we go. This is fine, though, because she's going to be able to throw the biggest pit of shades here. Right in the middle of them. It should get a big old chunk of our foes. They shouldn't be able to avoid all of it. And then we're just going to throw a pendulum there, an overcasted pendulum, that'll do a bunch more damage. Now, of course, these aren't, like, super high-level troops, but, hey, it's going to put the hurt in. Now, our artillery is shooting at, like, shattered foes. That's okay. I don't think we're going to run out of ammo in this fight. But the problem is that, you know, our magic, you know, eventually it's going to run out. I mean, not like right now, but eventually. And it is the single greatest way that we have to deal with, like, a lot of our opponents at the moment. But, you know, we're just going to try to keep it rolling. Theramutes here. Is he on a... Oh, yeah, he's on a Brood Horde. We definitely want to get the Troll Hammers on there. Oh, the carnage. This is what it's all about. The Master Rune of Spite, draining down all our foes. Ulrika almost getting jumped. I said almost. Girl, run! Girl, run! We're just going to pull everybody back a little bit. The Warfire Thrower is like running away, which is incredibly annoying. Also smart, but mainly incredibly annoying. The Thunder Barge needs to get out of there. It's just like slingers that are hitting it, but it's still like not good, right? Like, I still have the Grungi. Queek is way back in the back. He is just doing Skaven things, which is, you know, terrible for them. You know, if he was braver, might still be alive. We're gonna give the Skyhammer more ammo. This thing puts in the work. This thing does the damage. It gets it done. It is the core. Because way in the distance, they're going to be streaming in the very last of our foes. And it's going to be like some crummy artillery. I mean, it's not going to be crummy artillery. It's going to be very good artillery, but it's not going to be able to do anything to us, right? The Trollhammers are entirely fresh, so we're going to send them over here. That way, if there's any like missile fire or nonsense that we have to deal with, he'll just be able to deal with it right there. All right. And now, the moment of truth. Queek Head Taker, you think you're going to take Gotrek's head? You think my man Gotrek is afraid of you? You think Gotrek is going to let you do a thing? Get wrecked! Felix is under attack! Save him, Gotrek! Oh yeah, with a knife in the back. Look at the damage. Oh no! Felix, get up, buddy! Stab him! I'll hold him and you punch! Oh, yeah! Get him, Gotrek! Get him! Boom! Down to 1 HP. Felix puts the final hit right in his back. Oh no, Ulrika, get out of there, girl! Ulrika, you got so much to live for! Oh no, I accidentally tell the cannons to move. This is not good. I got so into watching my guys, I didn't notice that we were getting flanked. So, pretty bad. Very bad, in fact. Very bad. Our artillery is compromised, but probably not destroyed. So not an unmitigated disaster, but like, just a mitigated one. Really no reason for us to get so bloodthirsty. I just like looking at Gotrek and Felix when they tune people up, though. You know, what are you gonna do? But their army, you know, they've got some stuff here fresh on the battlefield, but it won't last too long. And I really do. I'm like, you know, why don't we drop the Spirit of Grungi on top of their artillery? Cannons finally run out of ammo. Malakai, go in to fight them. Of course, Malakai, although not like a combat fighter, typically like in melee, he does have like decent stats now because I've killed so many things and improved his statistics in various ways. But here, we definitely don't want to let this route go to waste, you know. We want to, because even with these Plated Claw Catalysts trying to run away, we should still be able to catch, like, some Rattling Guns, you know, stuff like that. And that should be enough to, yeah, the thing's gonna get away, but man, this would have went so much better if Garagrim hadn't got assassinated over the night, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? Because the gyros can get down on the guns and slow them down, and then Gotrek can come in and schwammer him here with his 60 speed. He's like a light cavalry dwarf. Fast for a dwarf. Boom! Because of course, look, if you can get some damage in on your foes while they're routing, that's how to do it. All of these enemies could come back to fight you, theoretically. But not now. An excellent combat. A wonderful battle. Super successful. They're down to 13 models. That's not quite low enough yet. You want them down, like, I think it's 10% models, where they definitely won't come back. I don't know. I'm not an expert. There we go. Clean. Ulrika with 719 kills. The organ gun already non-souped up. You can see how crazy it is. We should have put the heat-seeking ammo on it. That's really going to turn it up a notch. Everything performed, you know. Even this little baby gyro got 123 kills and you know, 1,000 gold in value. But yeah, that's that'll do. Do we take the Oath Gold? I think... First of all, let's put the Rune of Seeking there. I think we do take the Oath Gold. Because... Well, they're not strong enough to get us, and we need the Oath Gold for our research, right? So that's what we're going to do. France wants military access. We already granted it to him, but of course we lost our land, so it went away. Belagar wants trade. I mean, we'll take it, but we're not gonna have any lands soon, man. But still, the trade agreement is good, because while you have access to it, that's what you need to make an item in the forge. But did that get me to 500? Yes, 504. We will give it to the opposing clan. But yeah. So Garagrim got wounded. And now we can take our heavy armor plating, which is going to give us more missile resist, more good stuff there. So excellent. Excellent. That's right, Malakai, we were in the ambush stance, not the other. Well, what we want to do is... Cyprus is weak and has basically a junk army. We're going to move in this direction where these 4 freaking armies from Moors are at. We're just going to auto-resolve this because there's no point in fighting a crummy little army like that. Take the Oath Gold. So we occupy Valia's Sorrow. Now we can give Iron Rock to Clan Angrund. No, we cannot. I guess it does not connect in that way. We will give it... we will not... we will not induce them to give us all their money. You know, I've been taking my allies' money for these things, but we need them to be stronger too, right? So... Importantly, Cyprus probably is not going to move up and take Iron Rock. We're going to give it away next turn anyway, right? Oh, it wouldn't let us give Iron Rock away. It was Valia's Sorrow that we gave out. Well, you know, whatever. But we're gonna slide down here and push through and raid or otherwise inhibit the ability of Queek Headtaker. They have 16 things. We just have to hit them. I wanted to move up here to fight Tretch and stuff, but it looks like we're just not going to be able to do that. It looks like maybe the Slayer King is going to fall. If he does, of course, we will be happy to confederate him into the pool. Thoric has fallen, but you know, if we can just get Thorgrim and Belagar fine, that's at least pretty good. But if Karaz Ankor doesn't fall here, and it didn't to that earlier thing by Tretch, then, you know, we might be in okay shape. We might have finally stabilized, as long as these ogres behave. But they still have war with the Bloody Hands and Exiles of Khorne, so maybe they'll be busy with that for a little bit. We can hope. Alright, and now, do we take Aqua's Lion Razor? No, because I don't even ever use this spell. What does it even do, you know? Oh yeah, it makes your guys stronger. Dude, buff spells, I'm not a buff spell guy. I'm a dummy. That's my way of doing things. Yeah, we're just going to get a hero, push down in there, figure out what's going on. We're going to go ahead and recruit to replace... Alright, do we... just take another gyro? I mean, I don't love that. Yeah, whatever. We'll just take another gyro, and then whenever Garagrim comes back, you know, we'll make a space for him in the army. Because our gyros are about to get a whole lot better. When we get to the end of this research line, they're going to have fire while moving, and even more damage reduction, and speed and stuff, so that's going to be very good. Alright. And we have gotten these idiots to fight us. What do they have? It's a pretty good army. 3 catapults here, 4 doom wheels there, and then even more catapults. Yeah, you know, we'll deal with it. We will deal with it. Probably set up over here again. They're not all going to be on the battlefield at once, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. Because we are going to have our reinforcements, which is awesome. When there's a really big fight, there's nothing better than just like 6 or 8, I think it's just like 6 people of an ally that's going to come in and help you out. We're going to throw them over here. Yeah, so we're going to throw them over here. It'll take 2 minutes for them to show up, but no, we'll throw them over here. It'll take 4 minutes for them to show up. But that'll be coming out right after these guys have been here for a minute and a half. So we are, in classic fashion, we're just going to stack the side of the battlefield that their reinforcements are not coming from. Although, yeah, this is bad terrain for artillery, right? Yeah, we're just going to need to move all of our guns up here as soon as we start, essentially. Sure wish we had Garagrim Iron Fist. No, we'll just... it'll be fine. Gotrek and Felix will heal up before too long. I forgot to check Menace Below charges. I think they'll probably have a couple. We'll just have to remember to check at 45 seconds, not after. Oh, they totally did their whole army back there. That's fine. I'll just push Gotrek and Felix up to the front. I think we can run through the trees at them there. Yeah, we'll just go around this way. Like, it's kind of annoying that they're doing this, but it's not that annoying. Because Gotrek and Felix heal. And I really don't think that they have anything. Even the Doom Wheels are going to be able to really hurt us. And if they just Dwellers Below right there, like, I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. All right, here we go. There's a Clan Rat summon there. Like, I just straight don't care, right? Gotrek can get in there. And I will absolutely fight all of them super far away from my troops. I don't mind. Looks like we're eating another summon there. Do we get another one in the back here? No. That's good. I very much want us to be fighting shoulder to shoulder against our opponents, though. These Clan Rats aren't even real. We're just going to pop Gotrek's Doom real quick and all the other stuff. This is going to make him essentially unkillable. So what we need is our enemies to clump on us, and that's not happening yet. But here we go. Now the Lord has moved out. Now we are talking. Of course, our allies are going to be here in a minute and a half. But if we can take the teeth out of this army first, and we can, because their catapults have to go so far. Alright, and it looks like these Clan Rats here, even though they get right in on the organ guns, no, stop hurting them, stop hurting them. We're doing fine, okay. It looks like the shots from the barge are doing more damage to my artillery than anything else was. We'll throw a helping hand now. Deadly Onslaught, Karagul, Rune Axe. Because what we have to do is hope that they're out of Dwellers Below. Nope. Yeah, because if they're... Oh, yeah, the assassin was in on us. If they're just trying to fight Gotrek and Felix, we can probably win. It would be so much better if we had Garagrim, just so much better. But we don't, you know, so we're gonna make do. Because they have to crawl very, very far, and then our cannons are about to be able to open up. Unless they go all around the side that way. Yeah, so now we have our allies coming in, and that's going to slow down our foes even more. Do I just drop the Spirit of Grungi right here? Yes, I do. And then with a massive hit by the truck, the Warlock Master, down to 66 HP. He surely will not be coming back to the battlefield. Surely. And as we're directly on top of all of our enemies here, we should be fine for a little bit. Oh, no. And now we're distracted. Now we're in trouble. because Gotrek and Felix are now basically out of the battle, which means basically they're not going to be able to help with any of this, which means we're in a lot of trouble if we can't identify our principal foes pretty quick. And they are Hell Pit Abominations. We need Troll Hammers on each of one of them. It's going to be real bad news if we can't... if we can't figure out what to do here. Get on your guns, guys. Get on them. Oh my goodness. Please get on your guns. I mean, the good news is the Spirit of Grungi is dead. That's not good news. The good news is that their army is strung out, and now it looks like their Doom Wheels are coming back to try to fight Gotrek and Felix, which is, you know, funny. Bad, but funny. I mean, it's bad for them. They probably can't kill me. They can do a lot of damage, potentially. But... yeah, Gotrek craves a Doom Wheel. Look at him. Look at the damage. All right, we need to get with the program here. This is where the dangerous program is. All right, so Spirit of Grungi is fleeing off the battlefield. The Hell Pit Abominations are melted. They are melted. We're going to get the Troll Hammers on this Chieftain, accordingly. This Gyro's getting hurt a lot. But now this Doom Wheel's in some trouble. It looks like our Dwarf allies are doing wonderfully, though. Oh, the Spirit of Grungi is rallied. We're going to go ahead and put a sick harpoon shot into our foes accordingly. We're going to do another one right here. We've got our backfield Doom Seekers. They're doing just fine. Yeah, these Plague Claw catapults are doing way better against gyros than they have any right to do. But it looks like they're about to crumble now, so now we need to definitely get into destroy the enemy mode. Of course, the most important thing is any massive monsters or artillery, but it looks like we're not going to be able to really deal with any of that. But hey, glorious victory. But, you know, we keep forgetting to use our bombs, which are, like, very, very powerful. But with Skaven, you know, you can't just fly over your enemies. The Thunder Barge is getting okay value, you know. It's doing all right. We need to use them to get bonuses for them. So when you get them souped up, you get like something like 50% missile resist, which is just objectively very funny in the context of playing as a flying gunship that, you know, can't be hurt by missiles. I miss Garagrim. Garagrim is like such a punchy fighter that he's quite missed on the battlefield when he's not around. We're gonna take the Oath Gold. Oh, Iron Rock's my capital. That's why it won't let me give it away. And we get armor and missile block there, or missile resist, not block. Cyprus is very, very weak. Yeah, like, what do we do? Do we go up and I hate leaving Moors down here to regroup, but I don't think we can do too much more to them, you know. But that army does have a lot of really expensive punchy stuff, and we don't want to let it get away. Alright, there we go. We run them down. And we keep on running them down. Yeah, I think the best way we can help the realms, right, is just to continue pressing our advantage against our foes. I think that's honestly the best we can do, is just go down here, and because if we just start distributing these lands to Thorgrim, then what's happening up here will be less important, and I just genuinely don't think that we can save Karakadrin. Because, yeah, like, any time that we spend letting Moors get put back together, we're just going to regret that, you know? They've already got just, like, a billion armies. We fight, like, 3 a turn, and they just, like, keep on coming back. But there's an Undercity in Iron Rock, so we're going to destroy it. There's this thing, which is a Skaven cult thing, so we're going to destroy that. Yeah, because it's like these guys are like right behind me though. Like we need to loop around the whole way and destroy them at the root. You know, somewhat, as we can. He tries to run, of course. It's not gonna work. If I fight here, then they'll both be here, and we can eliminate his army. I miss Garagrim. Yeah, I think we just auto-resolve this. Like, look, it's another Skaven army. What are you going to do? We are going to... Man, that's a lot of money. Dirthu demands a gift, or he's gonna declare war. We're gonna pay him. Look, I hate to pay an elf, but Dirthu's a tree, and that's a little different. And apparently our auto-resolve has gotten us a couple more things. Alright, yeah, we've now gotten 30% missile resist and emergency repairs for the Thunderbarge units. Thanks to our amazing auto-resolving. We've also got dig-in for organ guns now. Yeah, I mean, sick. Good stuff. Now, the problem is, like, what... So now we see Waaagh, who has 23 places, you know. Now, he is embroiled in a war with these ogres. But, you know, the further down we go, then we've got Waaagh. But, fortunately... Fortunately, the Empire is ascendant. I don't think he's going to declare war on me. I mean, we are bros, right? Are we not? I don't retract any of the things I said about the Umgi. But if we can just continue on this for just a little bit, because Belagar is secure here. Like, Clan... Ikit Claw, why can't I think of the clan? You know, they're there. I don't think they're gone. But, you know, if they're not causing trouble, they're not causing trouble. Murger the Shadowgave is here. I would love to kill him, but, you know, we'll have to wait. When will we get him back? Can I check? Can I check up here? Nope. I want my other Slayer back. It was like having two Slayers bashing people was a very good move. Having less than that doesn't work as well. Crocky Gar wants to have a non-aggression pact with me. I'm gonna decline. Look, lizards are fine sometimes, but you don't really want to engage in agreements with them. They don't remember the past the way we do. And we've got a new Age of Reckoning. Garagrim, you're back! Of course, Queek is got a super weak army still. That doesn't mean they're not going to be able to take Valia's Sorrow away, because Thorgrim was all the way over there. But hopefully this little blitz is going to work out somehow. Arkstorm the Experimenter is, I think... Got a good army. Oh, okay, this is my... It's like I recognize that name. That's the name from this thing. The Skaven Leaders Force that'll give us bonus for infantry for Doomseekers, which is, I mean, objectively very good. And we're already on the way to do it. We are going to want to stop off at Karaz Ankor, though, because I think that's probably going to be the barrier of their lands. And then we'll probably have a whole bunch, yeah, it'll be a bunch of the Bloody Hands there underneath, which will probably be the next war we have to deal with. Probably. You know, what are you going to do? So Rartug or Rarthug or Rarthug is here with a Waaagh, like, going through our land. So I don't know where his objectives are. So we're going to take that one. Alright, so here... Mutant the Blade. I'm like, man, look at this guy. He's just running around, being a guy. The good news is that it looks like they just sacked that place. Thorgrim probably can't beat Toxide's army, but he can definitely beat Queek's. You know, we'll just keep on doing what we're doing, right? I'm like, man, that's a lot. We're just gonna occupy it. We need, or actually, you know, this. Maybe this will be where we put up our stuff, far under the Misty Mountains here. We're gonna demolish that building. I mean, I don't look. This puts us in a position to have to defend the southern flank. But it also puts us in a position to take a level 4 Karak that's at the base here of the mountains and not interfere with our allies up there. I think it's good. And then we can get the deeps. You know, we can work a little more on making this like a solid place to hole up and have for our guys. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. We're probably going to get declared on by the Bloody Hands. Who, at the very least, if they do well against the ogres, we'll have to fight them to get rid of them. But, you know, maybe not. Maybe not. Garagrim, where are you? Garagrim, my bro. Did they get him again? No, here he is. Hello, local noob. But this time, you know, we're doing it right against the Skaven this time. Because as soon as you can get them where they have to come in from one direction, then you're fine. You know, then you've taken away their great advantage, which is the swarm, which is their large amounts of cheap armies that can take advantage of undefended backfields and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and get some Oath Gold going. Because there's no armies to the left. There's just up there. He'd be able to run, probably, but... yeah, it'll be alright. Alright, so what do we do here? We need to spend some money on troops. Do we just like go for some semi-elite longbeards there, and then yeah, we'll just get a couple of cannons, couple of gyros. And yeah, I mean that's fine, right? Yeah, we'll get another longbeard. The recruitment is cheap. But all right, well, let's see where it goes from here. At least we finally have another hold, and maybe we can even hold on to this one. Probably gonna get rid of this building for to get some deeps down immediately. We need to defend this one, right? Because if we get a proper army here with some proper walls, then probably we can finally hang our hat. Oh no, Garagrim, no! I didn't move him far enough forward. This is so many Garbo heroes for the Skaven out on the map. It's so annoying. And yeah, so they are trying to move underground. We are going to intercept them. We're going to automatically do it. Yep. Alright, we get another potion of healing, which is pretty good. Because he doesn't need the Mask of E. We can put a potion of healing on him. I mean, he doesn't really need that either. We have a whole bunch of items to bash together and improve now. The other Trickster Shard got changed, and it... I mean, it's actually kind of awesome. It's actually really awesome. Yeah, it gets rid of a bunch of resistances, including ward save and physical resist. So I think that's worth taking on Felix, and it'll give him a little barrier to recharge as well. The Ranger's Quiver, which we should definitely put onto her, because she's always running out of ammo. And this will stop that from happening. We're just fusing up. Sky Titan String is not that good. I mean, it's okay. It's not that good. Like, am I really not using a Slayer board? That's pretty bad. Could be paying a lot less. Is there no max on how many ancillaries I can have? Oh no, it's just getting rid of ones up at the top. And I'm probably really messing myself up here. Alright, we need Dragon Hide Cloaks. Alright, she's got some more things to get. We'll give her Buy Our Blood. We'll go Exponent. Alright, everything is coming up Millhouse. All we have to do is hope that the Waaagh doesn't set its sights on us. It will. Like, no, we can't even make the deeps yet, because we need the population surplus. Alright, well what we'll do is move right here. Alright, I think... Yeah, we ditch the gyros so that Garagrim can come back into the army. Hey, Just Ducky. How are you? And we get Blightwater. Alright. So, of course, right now the worry is how long is it going to take for Wurzag to Great Green Prophet to turn his sights upon us? It probably won't take super long. Hopefully it'll give us enough time to stabilize the realms and deal with some of these Skavens. So there's still 11 settlements of Moors. The thing is, though, is now we know they're not over here. And we'll be able to hopefully sweep up and retake the realms. Of course, we also have Belegar Ironhammer, who's in great shape to push out here. And, okay, the vampires have all fallen. And if I'm not mistaken, the Empire is a military ally with Karak Kadrin, which is excellent. So we'll be okay there. They're not gonna turn their back on him, I don't think. Got all 5 keys to notice? Nice. You don't know what you're doing at all? Well, we are trying to retake the realms for the dwarves. We started all the way up here, and we had to flee our home hold. It's very sad, very shameful. But anyway, we're down here, and we're fighting a bunch of our enemies. It's going great. Yeah. And this guy, we can get 3, 4... Yeah, we can get every Regiment of Renown and a couple, like, adventure units, which will hopefully... And Grudge Slayers, which we'll hopefully remember to do before anybody declares war on us. Hopefully. Because we need to... This is just... You can play against people, but I'm just playing against the AI. There's like a competitive multiplayer scene. What it does is... should I give him military access? Yeah, because he's going to need it to cross to fight Waaagh. Yeah. So it's like, it's turn-based on the map, and then when you go into battle, it's real-time. There is a competitive scene, which I watch a lot of. I don't play multiplayer at all, because I'm bad. But the multiplayer scene... It's called, you have land battle, which is just two armies where they fight in the middle. You have conquest, which is like a king of the hill thing where one, and they have domination, which is what most competitive play is done in. My favorite of them. And then, I'm like, yeah, we just have to lose Iron Rock because it won't let us give it away. So Queek and these jokers are coming down in this direction now, and they probably are not living here, but they might be. The Desolation of Nagash and Nagash, this little place here, there's like a weird minor faction. It's got like, it's a weird place. They may not be there. I need to fight this army, but I think it's more important, because this is not Moors. They'll sit still. I think it's more important that we move up to reinforce our allies here. Because if we go right here, then Queek can't get down at all. Probably. And we're going to take Oath Gold and Oath Gold. We're going to take... I mean, it's more important that Misty Mountain get walls, I think, because we might need like a guy at both of them. But this should be okay. But yeah, I'm playing a special dwarf campaign where there's a bunch of books written about these people. Not every character in Warhammer Fantasy gets a book. Gotrek and Felix have 15. Yeah, we should give them the fire resist, because they already have a ton, and then this will make it even bigger. We should give the AP to a normal group of guys, or to the Ironbreakers. Two people who watch on Twitch, like, haven't streamed in like 2 months. Well, you know, sometimes things come up for people, right? But, you know, I'm sorry that you're, the people that you normally watched aren't around. But, alright, so what do we got here? An army with 5 monsters, 2 rattling guns, and a bunch of things. Alright, and then we've got Queek's army, which is hot trash. Menace Below, 6 uses of Menace Below. That is really annoying. We are not going to auto-do this, because I'm not losing Slayers, and also this battle's going to be interesting. At least we got Garagrim back. Yeah, Gotrek and Felix, they get into adventures. But that's why I was so excited to do this one. So, like, Malakai shows up in the books, and Garagrim and Ulrika, but Gotrek and Felix, like, Gotrek is a Slayer, which is a dwarf that takes an oath to seek their doom in glorious battle, to sort of get away some of the shame that they have acquired by doing something bad in the past. And I don't think we know what Gotrek did. Malakai's a Slayer, too. He made some inventions where a lot of dwarves died, and that's what Malakai did. That's what he did wrong. Alright, so both of the big scaries are going to pop in right over here. I am going to corner camp them. I don't care, ain't too proud. Yeah, we're gonna absolutely maul them. That's what we're gonna do. Gyro harass there. We've got all of our guys here. We're gonna have to deal with so many Dwellers Below summons, which, you know, just comes with the territory. Alright. Not too proud to be cheesy. That's me. Because they're all going to come in over there. We're going to have this Thunder Barge right on top of them. I literally don't care. You know, get wrecked. Queek's got his massive army. I don't know what they think they're going to do. Like, go over there and, like, wait. They're going to try to meet up over here and reinforce. I literally don't care. They have like some slingers, which, I mean, theoretically can do a little bit of damage, but we're just gonna go in and bully them. Dwellers Below summon. Alright, there we go. Oh no, all of my artillery shoots in, doing some damage to the Doomseekers, but of course, it does succeed in making our enemies flee. Because in 1 minute, the real army is going to show up, and that's what we have to worry about, right? Not these jokers. But since we are proper cheesy, we'll be fine. But yeah, so the story of Gotrek and Felix is like, once upon a time, Gotrek saves Felix's life. I forget the exact context. And then Felix drunkenly swears a vow, because he's like a bad poet and like a minor aristocrat kind of thing. He's like, I'm gonna go with you. That's so cool that you want to, you know, fight to sacrifice everything, you know, and redeem yourself. I'm gonna be the guy that tells these stories so that you know, so that everybody knows your name. I'll be with you to the end. But he doesn't anticipate that Gotrek is going to live like freaking forever. He doesn't know Gotrek is like a big hero and won't ever die. So he definitely gets in a little over his head with the promise, right? Alright, there's our Dwellers Below, but we pick up on it immediately. It got onto the cannons, but, you know, when they are immune to flanking, they've got, you know, some armor at least, so doesn't do too much. Alright, now the herding is on. And all of the carnage. Alright, we're just gonna get that going. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna pop all the buffs. Because, of course, our foes are really There's a lot more of them than there are of us. And as soon as they figure that out, we're in trouble. But they're not going to figure it out. No, they're not going to figure it out. Some very, very painful friendly fire artillery. Which sometimes it feels like all of the damage we take is because of that. Ulrika, who's popped all the buffs. She's got like 100 melee defense. She's got 125 armor. She's got 800 weapon strength and bonus for infantry. You know, I sort of forget that we've turned her into an absolute menace of a powerhouse too. Alright, now Queek is coming up from the other direction. He has finally decided that allowing us to corner camp his pants off wasn't a great move. But now the monsters are coming out, and we have to get this worked out right now. We are potentially in trouble. Because our organ gun here is compromised, right? I don't think they've knocked us off of it yet, but we need to get... That's a hero that's on them, so it's not going to just, like, disappear. This Brood Horror has low leadership. We can get it to break. This Doom Wheel would be a better target, though. Death Ridder's coming back in. Oh, man. Yeah, we are crumbling. This is bad, bad, bad stuff. Now, their army is low quality, but we're going to lose a lot here. Unless we army lost some, like, right now. And then we'll just lose a level 4 cannon, which is a disaster, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. I don't think this cannon's going to last. The good news is, so when they move like this into the battle, it means they probably are not going to be able to get away. I have better movement speed than they do. I forgot to use all these activated abilities. Hey, Ashes. Waaagh! Indeed. The campaign is going okay. We're really into it, you know. Our foes are numerous, and they surround the dwarves on basically all sides. But the vampires are finally taken care of. We didn't deal with them. That was really the Empire. But that whole flank is basically solid unless they turn on us. So we swept around. We've got the southern side of Clan Moors, and now we're going to be able to push up, hopefully. Hey, the cannon did not get totally eliminated. Sick. And then Rel is going to be moving through the underway. We're going to automatically resolve that and pop him. Thorgrim is outside of one of our settlements, so that's going to help us take care of that guy. Excellent, excellent. Good stuff. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. The Warherd of Shadowgrave has declared war on us, so we are obviously going to come to the defense of our ally. As if there was a question. What? Alright, so we got the tunneler thing. That's good. We lost Iron Rock. The Ironclaw orcs came back. No, not declare war on Clan Angrand. Join war against... What do you mean you won't do it? If these chumps let... if these chumps let the friggin' orcs back up in here and I have to go deal with it myself... I just got rid of that faction, man. I just got rid of it. I guess that don't matter none. Yeah, things are going pretty good. In spite of all my complaining, because, well, we're about to have to fight these orcs, I guess. Probably. But Garagrim is maybe stabilized now, because they're so far over here, they just have this one province. But it's so far away from these Skaven that they might be fine. And it looks like Elspeth is fighting the Skaven now, so the problem is they're going to be retaking the realms, and that's not good. The good thing is they're not going to be fighting the dwarves, so that's okay. But I'm like, we're just auto-resolve this. I'm like so sick of fighting Skaven armies by now. And if you auto-resolve it, then they die all the way. Alright, there we go. There's Spike Peak, and now, you know, so Moors still has a lot of things. They might have, like, a bunch of the southern things here over to the side. They still have 10 places, but anyway, unfortunately, oh, wow, it's, I'm not going to be late for work. I'm going to be on time to work. I've got to go, like, right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed. This has been a lot of fun for me. You know, this is one of my favorite games, the Total War Warhammer series, so I'm definitely going to keep on playing it on stream now that I finally started doing it. But, you know, I will try to play other games too. You know me, I try to mix it up, no matter whether or not that's successful. I try. But anyway, a wonderful time this time. We finally have a home again. Of course, this guy might try to come up and mess with it, but hopefully we'll be able to stabilize it at least for a little bit. And then, yeah, retake the realms. Because we're going to be pushing all of this into Thorgrim, and then we're going to try to get Garagrim and Clan Angrind, anything they can get up here. But Clan Angrind is actually doing sort of great on its own, right? They might be able to do this, but of course Tretch is getting pushed down by Elspeth up in the north. So, of course, Elspeth is going to have chaos problems and Grimgore problems before too long, so we won't have to worry about that too much, I guess. Anyway, I've got to end it. I've got to end it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I had a great time. I hope you did too. And I should be back in, 10 or 10 and a half hours or whatever, and probably play some Minecraft for the night, but maybe I'll see you there. Later, Ashes. Later, Ducky. Later, Loco. Later, Dada. And Zoo. Later, Melissa, if you're still here. Goodbye, everyone. I appreciate your support. And that is that for today.